Obviously what happened after the game was a little mix up of a lot of different things. I feel like, with a lot of people in this chat right now, I'm not the type of guy. I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a guy that, sees myself as above everybody else and all that. Usually I heard you mention John's name, John Scott. John's a guy I got a lot of respect for. Been following me since I was 18 years old in high school, playing at Ottawa Glandorf. And those are the type of memories I have with a lot of you guys. Josh Reed interviewed me at the Big 33 game. I was 18 years old. I was scared as shit that game because I come from a Division IV school, graduated with 96 people, and I was playing in a game with guys that were going to Ohio State, Penn State, and I was like, what am I doing here? And I had a 99-yard receiving touchdown, and I come off the sideline, and guess who's interviewing me? Josh Reed. So, throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of you guys, and I don't see myself as above you guys. I really treat you guys as friends. Josh, I've been to your station before, you know what I'm saying? We had one-on-one. Sal, he was the voice of my nonprofit Imagine for You softball game, which we're having again, this year, hopefully. And Sal, I hope you're down to do it again. So the type of relationships I build with you guys aren't just BS. I really mean it. I respect it out of you guys. And then when something like that happens after a game, I expect more. And maybe I'm naive. Maybe I shouldn't. But I hold you guys to a high standard, just like you guys hold me. And like I said, it's all about respect. And I'm never going to attack you guys. My mom taught me better. My hometown taught me better. So, I just want you guys to understand that. And I really do appreciate you guys. I know you guys have rolled in this whole situation. You guys are trying to get your job done, trying to feed your family, just like I am. So when it comes down to it, we're all going to respect each other. And that's all I care about in this situation. So we go on with questions. John Scott, my man, following me since OG. What's up?
I wish I still had that much hair, my man. When you go back and look at the film, and when you guys have issues against the run, are they the same issues in different games, or is it a different issue creeping up at different times?
I think it's been a few runs here and there that have hit on us. I think last game, obviously their game plan was to run the ball. We all know that. And they were mixing it up on us. They were doing different types of runs, inside, outside, all different types. And so, it was on us to make those adjustments during the game. And we were, obviously able to do that on some plays. A big one gashed us. A few of them, went for first downs. But for the most part, we were knocking out the runs. And I know, obviously, we can't take out the big run and say, without that play, we would blah, blah, blah. You can't do that. I think we all understand that. But at the same time, I think that once that play happened, we kind of focused, dialed in, and were able to get some tackles for losses and all that type of stuff. So it's just been a few runs hitting us here and there.
And you kind of touched on it. My follow-up would be, what about, are you consistently seeing similar attacks in the way they're trying to attack you with different teams in regards to the running game?
This league is a copycat league. So, teams watch all the film they can to see, how to beat this defense. Obviously, if you look at what our defense is successful with, look at the stats, when the ball's in the air, we're doing pretty well. And so, teams are trying to find weaknesses of this defense and they're going to completely, copycat whatever the other teams are able to be successful on us. And that's the type of stuff that we know, we're working on. And, as far as this defense goes, we're always striving to get better, whether it's pass game, run game. And obviously the run game right now is something we want to dial in and really get figured out.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, of course, John.
Hey, Micah. We don't get to chat, and I don't want to take too much time. We don't get to chat in the locker room as much anymore, obviously, but that respect is shared. And what you said after the game, going back, coming out every time, I think we as a media corps respect and appreciate that.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I want to ask though, with the ups and downs of the last 8 games, right? Like, you go back to the drawing board, try to find answers. We asked Sean about this the other day. How much frustration there is it in just that part of it where, in the past 20 months, when you guys have gone back to kind of figure out answers, you've responded and kind of gotten something going. And it seems like you can't get like string 2 games to 2 performances together right now.
Yeah. It's I think I told you guys this at the beginning of the year that no matter, you had the same guys coming back on defense, you still have to go out there and play these games each and every year, each and every game. And so, it's tough. We want to be able to string a 7, 8 game winning streak together like we did last year. But we gotta start off with each and every game, play each and every game, and go 1-0 that week. So, it's a little frustrating. It's a little frustrating to lose in this league. This even goes back to the post game stuff. Damn right, I'm a sore loser. Show me a sore loser, and I'm gonna show you a winner. Like, we want to win. Everybody in this locker room should be a damn sore loser. So, we're trying to make the corrections. We're trying to do stuff. Trying to do stuff right. Trying to fix our weaknesses and fix some of these runs. And until we do, we gotta bow up. I mean, when we do, we gotta bow up, and we gotta make things happen.
You played a bunch of games against Tom Brady in your career. This is the first time against Tampa Bay. When breaking down film here early, what do you see him doing with the collection of weapons that he has out there that may be different or just more of the same preparing for this matchup?
I think that, he has a bunch of weapons. I think that's clear. Everybody understands that he has weapons all over the field, from the back, from the tight end position to the receivers to the back. Offensive line is very, very good. I think that, obviously winning plenty of Super Bowls in New England, the collection of talent, I don't think has reached, this to where Tampa Bay is. So, I think that in New England, the system, obviously Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback ever play. But, I feel like that system, he took some things into Tampa, but I think he's just getting the ball in his weapons' hands and letting them just operate. And as you can tell, it's tough for defenses to really key in on certain guys because, they got guys all over the field.
Thanks, Micah. Appreciate it.
Of course. Yep.
Hey, Micah, first of all, what you said, really appreciate that. And I commend you on addressing it first and foremost. Thank you so much for that. It's been a lot about that. I will be there when you have the softball game again. Max still
bring my man Max.
Yeah, he's like, why don't you wear the jersey? Well, he'll be down at the game, by the way. It's his birthday present for Tampa.
Nice.
So there you go. What is it like physically and mentally to go against Rob Gronkowski? I mean, you get matched up on him sometimes. You've gone against the best of the best in your career.
It's tough. Big body. I feel like whenever I get put in those situations, I try to use my quickness, but when those guys are as big as what he is, he kind of just boxes you out. And whatever route he runs, whether if it's an over route across the field or a slant or a 10-yard out, he just uses his body, and his frame is so big that, Tom puts the ball right on him, accurate every single time. And, it's tough to get around him. It really is. You gotta try to get hands on him and, just do what you can to try to not allow them to complete that pass.
All right. And by the way, what you said about Josh and John, they are great guys, but just means they're also old, that they covered you in high school, just like me. They're also old like me. So thanks.
Yes, 100%. Yes, they are.
Thanks, dude.
All right.
Hey, Micah, Dan Fates here. Sorry if you hear Coco Melon playing in the background. I'm doing double duty with that.
I might start singing along to it. I know all about Coco Melon right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate it. Just wondering, you talk about how you guys think you've done a good job against the defense for the most part, against the run. How frustrating is it or maddening to feel like you're handling it 98% of the time and then to still have that 1 or 2 plays kind of be highlighted and whether it's talked about or also cost you the game?
Yeah. I mean, that's the tough part about it. We feel like we're doing well, and there's a couple that have squeaked out that you've seen in games this year that have went to the house. So we got to try to limit those, not allow those to happen, not limit, try to allow those not to happen. And from there, just continue to do what we do throughout the game, make adjustments. And, the offense is making adjustments on run plays, so we got to do the same and continue to try to knock those out. We just can't allow those 60, 70 yards to go for touchdowns.
With, you talk about it being a copycat league. How can you change that narrative? How can you prevent teams from continuing to do, whether it's the Colts running attack or the Patriots running attack? How can you guys either prepare or try and take away that copycat of doing things again?
It doesn't matter what, think about how to say this. It doesn't matter week in and week out, whether if you can't stop the run, whether if you can't. There's no matter what teams are going to copycat. Like that shows up in the game. And it's not just, the last couple of weeks when you see with these runs, but dating back to since I got in the league, since I, even college, it shows up. If you can't stop something or can't stop a play, or, if there's a matchup, it's tough. So we're always trying to work on those things. And it's not just the run plays. It may be pass plays, maybe whatever it is.
Appreciate it, Micah. Thanks, man.
Of course. Thank you.
Hey, Micah, Heather here.
What's up, Heather?
You talk about, how many weapons that Tom Brady has. What makes Chris Godwin so tough to defend as well?
He can do it all. He's kind of like, he's kind of the Edelman type guy that he can get in the box. He can mix it up. He can block. He can, come down on safeties. He can block in space. I feel like he's a guy that Tom really looks to move the sticks and kind of just looks to as a threat. So he can, like I said, he can just do it all. And you really can't just key in on, the other guys that they have and leave Fortune alone, because it's not going to happen.